The LEGO Mindstorms Robot Inventor family was created by the LEGO Group as the latest consumer incarnation of the long-running Mindstorms line. It was designed and engineered within LEGO's in-house product teams with input from the LEGO Education Group and the wider community of builders and educators who have used previous generations RCX, NXT, EV3 as a platform for learning robotics and coding. The development philosophy was straightforward. Keep the creative, buildable DNA of LEGO bricks while modernizing the electronics and software so the product could teach contemporary programming workflows, block-based Scratch-style coding and a path into text-based Python. This approach produced a product that sits between toy and classroom tool, intended to be approachable for kids while deep enough for hobbyists and schools to experiment with more advanced robotics concepts. The set most commonly associated with Robot Inventor, set number 51515, was publicly announced in mid-2020 and launched for retail in the autumn of 2020. That release revived the Mindstorms brand after a gap and represented LEGO's next generation in consumer robotics. Although the Robot Inventor hub and software arrived in 2020, Mindstorms as a branded product line later faced organizational changes at LEGO and was officially retired as a continuing theme in subsequent corporate announcements, making the 51515 Robot Inventor the flagship consumer set of that era. At a glance, the main features and specifications are roughly 949 pieces in the retail box, a programmable, intelligent hub, the Robot Inventor Hub, that includes a 5x5 LED matrix, speaker, Bluetooth connectivity, a 6-axis gyro accelerometer, micro USB for maintenance and charging, and multiple input-output ports compatible with LEGO powered-up Technic connectors. The set includes a combination of motors, servo-powered-up motors, and sensors distance and color light sensors borrowed from the Spike ecosystem, 5 official buildable robot models in the box, the Robot Inventor companion app for visual block coding, and advanced support for Python scripting for users who progress beyond blocks. In retail markets, the set carried a premium price point on launch, around $359.99 per £329.99 in the official announcement. Physically, the body structure is canonical LEGO. Injection molded ABS plastic Technic and system elements make up the chassis, limbs and gearing. The structural parts are a mixture of Technic beams, lift arms, connectors and specialized elements that allow robust mechanical linkages. The electronics live in modular housings that slot into the build using standard pin connections. The hub and motors themselves use engineered plastic casings for heat, durability and mounting PCB assemblies inside, and metal gear axle interfaces where torque is required. In short, the set combines classic ABS LEGO elements, the tactile, reconfigurable bricks and beams, with purpose-built electronic modules. LEGO's product pages and instruction PDFs list the part counts and show how the electronics mount to the frames. How Robot Inventor works is best described as a layered system. At the center is the programmable hub, a single board controller with sensors, gyro accelerometer, and a 5x5 LED matrix for simple output. The hub runs firmware that accepts code sent from the Robot Inventor app over Bluetooth or via USB. The app provides a block-based, Scratch-like programming environment and a pathway to Python. Actuators are powered-up motors that receive motor control commands from the hub. Sensors distance and color light provide environment feedback. Mechanically, the robots rely on LEGO linkages, gear trains and wheel motor couplings. Electronically, the control loop is typical robotics. Practice. Read sensors, right pointing arrow compute control signals through user programs, right pointing arrow drive actuators, right pointing arrow read sensors again. The platform does not include a built-in general purpose chip, but because it supports Python and Bluetooth communication, you can run algorithms locally on the hub or offload heavier processing to a connected computer or phone, meaning hobbyists can experiment with machine learning workflows, remote perception, or hybrid cloud-assisted behaviors if they wire external compute into the system. The companion app and the Python SDK are the primary avenues for making the machines smart. On price and estimated cost. LEGO's official 2020 announcement listed an MSRP in the region of $359.99, or £329.99, €359.99 for set 51515 at launch. Secondary market prices vary based on availability and the set's discontinued status in later years. If you're budgeting for classroom deployments, you should also factor in accessory sensors or extra motors sold separately, replacement batteries or rechargeable battery solutions, and spares for wear parts, so an education kit deployment per student or per team will typically exceed the single box MSRP when extras are included. Country of origin. The LEGO Group is a Danish company headquartered in Billund, Denmark. However, LEGO manufactures bricks and electronic modules in multiple factories worldwide and sources components globally. So while the brand origin is Denmark, the physical set components can be assembled and packaged in various LEGO facilities depending on supply chain and regional logistics. Future benefits and applications for humanity from a product like Robot Inventor are practical and educational. It lowers the barrier to entry for learning computational thinking, control theory basics, and rapid prototyping. Students gain hands-on experience with sensors, feedback control, and programming languages that are directly relevant to STEM careers. Hobbyists adopt a platform for prototyping small automation projects. In the longer term, exposing children to these toolsets improves digital literacy, encourages problem solving, and builds fluency with physical computing, benefits that translate into better preparation for robotics, AI, and engineering fields. Additionally, when classrooms use such kits for collaborative projects, they teach soft skills like teamwork and project management. Some lesser-known or hidden facts. The Robot Inventor Hub reuses a lot of the technical design concepts from LEGO Education's Spike Prime system. Ports, sensors, and motors are compatible in many cases, which means a degree of cross-compatibility for parts and community projects. Some community groups developed alternate firmware, custom Python libraries and extended models for advanced uses. And because LEGO later shifted strategy, retiring the Mindstorms consumer label, official long-term software support timelines changed, which pushed the active community to create unofficial tools and archives to keep older hubs productive, an important consideration if you're purchasing a used older set today. Possible future developments and impact. If LEGO or third parties were to reinvest in the Mindstorms family, we'd likely see more powerful onboard compute, allowing on-hub machine learning, higher resolution sensors, cameras, depth integrated vision stacks, and improved battery USB-C power management, moving the kits closer to compact research platforms. Community momentum could also drive standardized curricula, shared repositories of advanced algorithms, path planning, SLAM, reinforcement learning curricula tuned for LEGO hardware, and low-cost sensor expansions that broaden use in research and education. Even without official new sets, the set's legacy will likely persist. Through community forks, custom firmware and teacher-driven curricula, sustaining impact in education and hobbyist robotics for years to come.